Navigating today's digital landscape can be really overwhelming, and many wonder about the long-term effects of being so tuned in all the time. Particularly young people are at risk, or at least that's what the Australian government has decided. They are becoming the first country to impose a nationwide social media ban for kids. Is this the way to go? And it's not just kids who are at risk online. Adults often fall victim to online scams, particularly when online shopping. How can you protect yourself? And also on the show, the world's first robot millionaire. The robo-artist Ada is changing the way we see art and technology. These are the topics that are moving the tech world. Social media will soon be off-limits for Australians under the age of 16. The law is set to come into effect in November 2025. It's not just Australia that is considering bans. Governments worldwide are debating whether social media is just too harmful to kids' mental health. So, does Australia's move mean goodbye social media? Platforms must enforce the social media ban for under 16-year-olds in Australia, or else they will face fines of up to 50 million Australian dollars. That's around 30 million euros. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat and X are likely on the ban list. YouTube might not be, because you don't need an account to use it. But not everyone thinks that Australia's new law is a good idea. So, what are the pros and cons of this kind of ban? Supporters say less or no social media helps to keep us healthy. There's less exposure to cyberbullying, social pressure or violent content. Being on social media less might be better for our self-image. It frees up time for real-world activities. And less distractions might also lead to better performance in school. Critics argue a ban could isolate kids socially, especially minorities and those with mental health issues who find support online.
Being autistic, I have a really hard time connecting with others, and doing that online makes it a lot easier, a lot less stressful for me. Being online, you're able to connect with other people with the same interests, get experiences.
On top of that, a ban limits access to news and hinders the development of digital skills. Enforcing the rule will be difficult, but possible. Biometric checks and government ID verification are possible tools. But even those can be circumvented. For example, by using a VPN, which can make it appear as though you are logging in from another country, thereby avoiding the location-based ban entirely. By the way, kids who find ways to break the rules will face no penalties. I think both sides have good arguments, but is there a clear answer from researchers? Kids and social media a closed case? Well, there's no definite answer. Even though meta-studies, analyzing hundreds of publications, found a consistent correlation between social media usage and issues like mental health, body image or addiction, researchers often struggle to prove a direct causal link. Like Andrew Pszybilski,
there could be a third thing that causes both decreases in life satisfaction and increases in social media use. So for example, leaving home or going through puberty.
Yet his 2022 study was used as part of the basis for Australia's law, suggesting that there is a link.
Multiple people have misunderstood the research. They've left things out, and they haven't bothered to check with the authors.
So where do we go from here? Some fear the ban will push kids towards unregulated parts of the internet, and that the ban will even take away responsibility from the very platforms that the government is trying to protect kids from. If and when something bad happens, they can just say that the kid was breaking the law. Still, a government survey found that 77% of Australians are backing the ban. And in other countries, people might feel the same, even kids who would be directly affected.
I have a very close friend who went through cyber harassment. And with my friend's experience, I think the law implemented in Australia should be implemented in other countries of the world.
Other countries are watching the developments closely. Norway, for example, is considering a 15+ social media age limit. What do you think? Is this the right move? Let us know. Have you snagged an online steal lately? Every time there's a holiday, sales rise. But so do scams, fraud and sneaky tricks. And even legitimate sites use strategies designed to make you spend more than you want to. So what should you look out for? Scams and fraud. every holiday season, scams skyrocket. Take Black Friday. In 2022, cases of fraud rose by 29%. Clothing scams alone shot up by a staggering 646%, according to UK bank Lloyds. Other reports point in the same direction. Here are the top scams to look out for and how to avoid them. First, scam offers. You might find these on social media or resale platforms, but even trusted sites like Amazon can fall victim to bad actors. Scammers lure people with deals on popular and hard-to-find items like gaming consoles. Spoiler alert, you can buy and pay, but the products will never arrive because the scammers don't have them. So trust your instincts. If a deal feels too good to be true, it probably is. Pay with buyer protection options like PayPal to safeguard your money. Second, phishing. Scammers sending fake emails pretending to be major retailers such as Amazon are a classic scam. These emails often warn you about suspicious account activity or order issues, urging you to click a link. Then you will be asked to type in your details, including your password, which will go straight to the scammers. Never click on that link. Instead, open a new browser tab, log into the store's official website and see if your account has a notification there. If something feels off, mark the email as spam and delete it. Third, fake websites. Scammers build fake websites that look like existing retailers. They even use professional branding and secure-looking payment systems. In November 2024, cybersecurity company Eclectic IQ uncovered a scam network targeting Black Friday shoppers. Take a site like northfaceblackfriday.shop. They might seem credible at first, but they are actually designed to steal your payment details. So stay safe. Double-check URLs for subtle misspellings or odd extensions. When in doubt, stick to official websites. But even when you're shopping on legitimate websites, sellers may use shady tricks, known as dark patterns. Here are 3 sneaky tactics to watch out for. First, price manipulation. Discounts may not really be discounts. Some retailers inflate the original price to make discounts look more appealing. Tools like Keeper can be used to track prices over time and check if your sweet deal is really a discount. Also, watch out for free gift offers. They often bait to make you buy something you don't need. Second, sneak into the basket. While outright adding products to your cart is often illegal, websites might bombard you with recommended add-ons. It's easy to accidentally include them while checking out. Always double-check your cart before hitting buy. And third, timers in limited stock. Only one item left. Or countdown timers are classic psychological tricks. While they may seem convincing, many of these warnings are bogus. Next time you're booking a hotel online and it says only 2 rooms left, relax. It's probably not true. My personal tip, don't overconsume. Maybe sleep on it and think about whether you really need that purchase. Keep your eyes open and happy shopping. This robot became the world's first robot millionaire for the first time in history. British auction house Sotheby's auctioned a painting created by a humanoid robot. And the artist called Ada is not the only machine making waves in the art scene right now. You'll be surprised what they're capable of nowadays. Ada, the robot painter. The over 2-meter high painting is called AI God. On November 7th, it was sold at an online auction at Sotheby's for more than €1 million. Quite a sum for machine-produced artwork, especially since the painting was only valued at up to €170,000 before the auction. Ada is AI-powered. She relies on algorithms to create her art and uses a large language model to communicate. Her father is English gallerist Aidan Meller. He designed her together with British robotics company Engineered Arts. But let's get back to the painting. Ada didn't create it all by herself. The robot painted several small portraits of Alan Turing, which were then combined into one large canvas. Afterwards, studio assistants then added paint and texture. And finally, Ada painted on top of all that, adding new marks and texture. What's your take? There are certainly other artistically gifted robots to consider as well. The Myra robots, originally designed for manufacturing, made their debut in Dresden, Germany, conducting music. The robots wield 3 colorful lightsabers to mark time. A human conductor taught them how to move. Each robot conducts its own group in its own tempo, which is something no human could ever do. And here's what that sounds like. Well, this is interesting. Myra robots' artistic skills are limited though. They cannot react if musicians play too fast or too slow. Myra also can't interpret the music, which is also true for this robot. In its debut performance in Sweden in October 2024, it played the cello, accompanied by a symphony orchestra. Originally, composer Jakob Mühlrath had the idea of composing a technically advanced piece that a human musician would not be able to perform. He resisted, however, and created a slow and simple melody to demonstrate the robot's expressiveness.
You know, musical notation is basically like code. So my musical notation actually became, transcribed as code. So the robotic cello was actually playing like instantly from the score rather than, the interpretation that a musician makes out of the score.
Mühlrath said that he received some criticism for his project. Even though there was no public outcry from musicians against robots competing for their jobs, other developments in robotics and AI could in fact bring plenty of uncertainties for artists. Artists versus AI? In the fall of 2024, more than 13,500 artists and creatives came together to release the Statement on AI Training. It highlights concerns about the unauthorized use of artistic works in AI development. The goal is to protect creative content from potential misuse in artificial intelligence systems. For example, image and video generators, music generators, but also AI text tools and data used to train robots. Best-selling authors like George R.R. Martin or John Grisham have also criticized the AI industry for using their work for training purposes. So there's a lot to watch out for in terms of protecting artists.
History has shown that technological advances can lead to both positive and negative consequences for humanity.
Do you think that art will be exclusively made by robots and AI in the future? Will human artists be replaced? Let us know. That's all from me today. Bye and see you next time.